Now joining us is Malcolm Thomas, who today was named the NBA D-League first team selection. He also spent a couple of weeks with the San Antonio Spurs, who are about to get to the Western Conference Finals to face Oklahoma City. Malcolm, appreciate the time today. Welcome back to Extra Sports 1360. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
So are you hardcore rooting for the Spurs, and you're in a little bit of a playoff share that you might get, being as you spent a little time with San Antonio this year? Are you keeping a pretty close eye on this? Will you be keeping a close eye on the series?
Yeah, I definitely been keeping a close eye on how they've been playing, and I think they can win it all. I think they have everything they need to win it all, and the way they're playing is looking like that's going to happen.
A lot of us in the media thought that Kawhi Leonard might be making a rash decision to leave SDSU after just 2 seasons, that he needed a little more seasoning, maybe come back. I think we were all just being selfish because we wanted to see Kawhi play. It's obvious he was ready for the NBA. What have you seen, Malcolm, both up close and on television, about how he's improved his game and become such an instrumental part of that team this year?
Kawhi was always that guy that was in the gym before practice, after practice, anytime he could get in there, he was in there, and you knew he was just going to be a great player. It was just up to him when he wanted to do it. And, his 2 years at State were dominant, and I'm not surprised at all that he's playing so well.
Malcolm, what is it about Greg Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs that allows young players to be so successful? I know you had a chance to be with the organization for a while, and I know Kawhi's been very successful with them, but there's just something about Popovich and the way he runs that program there in San Antonio that allows young players such as yourself to come in and flourish. And it seems like it's really worked well for the Spurs. It worked well for Kawhi, and even helped you out as well.
Well, he doesn't ask for too much. He just asks that you play hard and play defense. I think he's a player's coach, and he can get along with anybody. He's just such a good guy, and he's such a good coach that, you kind of have no choice but to play hard for him.
Could you sense while you were there that team was something special? I mean, they hadn't gotten into their run where they're in now, or they've won 18 in a row and like 31 to 33, but was there the building blocks of something that you saw? This is a pretty special basketball team.
Yeah, I definitely think it's special. They traded for Kawhi. They obviously planned this out and saw something because they got it all together. And I'm really happy that I was a part of it for the time I was, because they're all special guys. They're all good guys. And I really hope they win it all this year.
Sure they do. Sure he does. You're going to get a little bit of a nice playoff share if they win it all. Malcolm Thomas, the former Aztec.
Kawhi might vote you a full share.
For Kawhi will vote you a full share. Yeah, he'll take care of you. But tell us a little bit about your season other than playing with the Spurs. I mean, to be named to the first team All D-League, hey, man, that's pretty impressive. And that normally leads you to some more NBA opportunities. You got to feel very proud of what you accomplished this year.
Yeah, I'm happy with everything that happened this year besides losing the championship. But, I just wanted to play hard coming from Korea, then training camp. I knew I had to show something else that I didn't show at San Diego State. And I just tried to play hard every night. And I'm still working on, being consistent with it. But, I just feel like I can be an energy guy, and that's what I try to play as.
Malcolm, how exactly does it work? I think a lot of fans don't really know how the D-League works. You can be taken really from any time from any team and signed into the NBA if someone needs you, but does one team hold your rights? I know you were playing for L.A. Does that mean the Lakers have like extra rights to you, or is that not how it works? I don't really get it.
No, that's not how it works. It's usually just the D-League team that has the rights.
Mm-hmm. So, and if you impress, then any team can come calling and then sign you to a contract like the Spurs did. And were you with the Rockets as well for a little while? I don't think you got in a game, but you were in the NBA a couple of times this year.
Yeah, they can call you at any time. The Spurs called me right before the D-League showcase, and the Rockets was a 10-day contract, which is usually what teams sign the D-League players to.
Malcolm Thomas is with us, the former San Diego Stater, coming off of a great first season as a professional, named all-first team in the D-League, and got into some games with the San Antonio Spurs this year. Malcolm, did this year afford you the knowledge that you feel like you belong in the NBA? Because I know that that's something for any player coming out of college to make sure that they feel like they belong at this level. Do you feel like you belong at this level yet?
I definitely feel like I belong. The time that I got on the court, I tried to play as hard as possible. I was a little worried about messing up, but, I just wanted to play hard as possible and, be smart as possible. But I feel like I'm ready. I feel like the D-League was a good start for me, and I feel like I can only get better if I just keep working.
And what's the plan for this summer? You're going to play in the Las Vegas Summer League. Your agent has some lines already on teams that might be interested for training camp for next season. Where do you go from here, Malcolm?
Try to do some mini camps and then just work out and get ready for Summer League and hopefully have a good showing there.
Well, the one nice thing, Malcolm, is you've got your first NBA point out of the way. You've got your first NBA rebound out of the way. You got your first NBA assist out of the way, your first block shot, and your first steal. So you got all of that stuff out of the way this season. Now it's time to start building on those numbers in the future. It's nice to catch up with you again. Where are you right now? Are you in San Diego working out or where?
Oh, no. I'm in Columbia, Missouri right now for my great-grandma's funeral. She just recently passed, but I do live in San Diego, and I'll be back on Saturday.
Our condolences to you, Malcolm. We appreciate spending the time, and hopefully we'll see you around sometime this summer. I know you'll be back for an Aztec game if your schedule allows at some point as well next season. Should be a pretty exciting team that Coach Fisher's put together, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. Coach Fisher always finds a way to get what he needs, and I just know they're going to be another special team, and I know Jamal Franklin is going to be one of the top players in the nation this year.
Well, hopefully Malcolm Thomas, you'll be one of the top guys in the NBA. Get your shot next year. We wish you nothing but the best. Congratulations on a first good season out of school.
Thank you.
All right, there he is, Malcolm Thomas from San Diego State.